to another edition of T-Rex Reads. Forgive me for having wet hair, but I only have this much time to record a video today, and it's Texas and it's hot and I just really don't care. Today's video is a haul video. My haul, me, Stegosaurus Wild, aka Lauren, and the Dino Whisperer, aka Lindy, all went to our local half-price books warehouse sale that they had, where there were tons of books and too many things to choose from and too many options, and my budget for buying books is always bigger than it should be, and so I did show some restraint, but not a whole lot. I would like to share with you my books I got. First off, let me say, if you have seen my scads of books, these are only two of my bookshelves back here, then it can look like I have an overabundance of books, and people are like, how did you buy so many? Well, first of all, I don't buy them all at once. I rarely buy books at retail price. I usually buy books at half price or online. There is nothing wrong with going to a library sale or a backyard sale or a thrift store. If you have zero budget, the library is free. The first book in my box is Then He Ate My Boy Entrancers, which is another installment in the Georgia Nicholson series by Louise Renison. I have a couple of books in the series. I've only ever read the first one, Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. It was hilarious and awesome. I really do want to continue with this series. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. The next book in my box is Demon Glass by Rachel Hawkins. So this is another book in the Hex Hall series. I have other ones on my shelves, but again, I haven't gotten around to reading them. But when you find the sequel for $1, how can you pass up reading it? Next, we have Girl Stolen by April Henry. So April Henry writes these little bitty, I mean, you can see they're really short books. They all have kind of a gimmick to them. This one, a girl is sick in the back seat of her mom's car. Her mom's in the store getting her medicine, and somebody steals the car, and oh yeah, she's blind. I like a good gimmick, and they're real short. It's like a real fast-paced read. Next, we have two books in the same series. We have Wicked Lovely and Fragile Eternity. I accidentally bought the second book in this series at a similar type sale, thinking it was a standalone or the first in the series. I did not do my homework and check on Goodreads. So when I found these, I figure even if I haven't read the series this way, I can binge read through some stuff. I actually don't know that much about the series, but I'm kind of intrigued to get into it. Next up, I have Rapture by Lauren Kate. Now, I have the first two books in this series, and I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on them. This is book 4 out of 5, and 5 is a long-term commitment. Like, Harry Potter gets to have 7 books, but when I hear a book series has that many books, I get nervous. What if it starts sucking in the middle? I already have 2 books in the series. This way, if I end up liking the series, I have this one, and if not, I can always donate them and then donate 3 at a time. I have Deadly Little Voices, which is part of the Touch series. I haven't read it, but Tritops and Trilogies, who is our friend Becca, who lives in Utah, has read this series, really loves it. That's usually good enough for me to at least give it a look. Okay, last in this box, and really the one I am most excited about, not at all because of what the book is about or even who wrote it. It's by Lauren Oliver, but that doesn't really have anything to do with why I'm excited. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Can you see this cover? The gold is shiny, it's textured. The artwork in the middle of this is gorgeous, and check that out. It's got cover art under the dust jacket, and it's gorgeous. And it's got this nice lovely tree on the back, and I really don't know what this book is about, but come on. This I think all books should be like this, because that way, if I ever lose a dust jacket or it becomes destroyed or I loan it out and somebody's mean and rips it up or something, I still have a really pretty book. Like, I would put this book as is on the bookshelf just as a display book and never read it. I'm going to read it at some point, but I would put it up there just like this because this is gorgeous and I love it. Okay, so I lied a minute ago about that Lauren Oliver book. That is actually not the one that I'm most excited about, because it is not the one that in the middle of the store warehouse sale, whatever, that I did an actual happy dance over and made other people like look at me because I was kind of squealing. Several months ago, I checked out an ebook from the library called The Ghost and the Goth. I really only got it because it looked short and cheesy, and the cover kind of looked reminiscent of the Generation Dead series, the first cover of that one, and then I loved it, and it is cheesy, but it's super awesome. You have Will, the goth kid who can see ghosts, and then you have Alana Dare, who's essentially Regina George. I mean, like, literally, she's the most popular girl in school and dies when she gets run over by a bus. She's Regina George. She starts hanging around Will. They're clearly star-crossed lovers, but the awesome thing is that when ghosts are near Will, they have physicality, which means they can touch each other. And oh, the feels. I can't tell you the feels because it's super adorable and I love it. And even though I'm not sure, because I'm only halfway through the third one, how this is gonna work out, I'm super excited. I forgot about these two because I yanked them out of the box as soon as I could, and I've been reading through them like crazy. Queen of the Dead. And the third one, which is Body and Soul. Stacey Cade wrote these. They're really good. They're fairly short. They're little cheesy reads, and now I have to find the first one somewhere because I like them so much. I want to be able to loan them out to people, and the covers are pretty and nice, and I have them in hardcover, and I love it. It's great. Those are the books I got at the book sale. I did recently pick up 2 more books that I bought on Amazon that I finally just broke down and bought them used somewhere because I've been trying to find them at half price or even at Barnes & Noble for like forever, and I can never find them. I can find other books in the series, but not these books. So the first one is the third in a series. It's the final to the series. It's a middle grade series by Robin Wasserman. It's Truth, which is number 3 in the Chasing Yesterday series. It's a 13-year-old girl who's a spy, and some crazy stuff has been going on. Everyone I've loaned the first 2 books to has asked me repeatedly for the third book, and I don't have it because I could never find it. I could always find the first 2, but I could never find the third one, but now I have it. Although I am rather annoyed that this sticker is not coming off nicely, and I might have to slap somebody over it. So the other one is the sequel to My Fair Godmother by Janet Rollison, which is a hilarious book, and I'm just gonna read you like a tiny little piece of this because it's awesome. In this book, Chrissy is a fairy godmother, except she hasn't passed all her tests or whatever, so she's a fair godmother, and it's a double entendre because she's fair, but also fair and even without intending to be. But to get this girl's story in book 1, they have to send in the memoir elves, and this is a letter between people within the fairy world. Currently, the memoir of elves who delved into Savannah's mind while she slept are in detox. They are doing well in their recovery process, although one still occasionally stands in front of the mirror and asks, "Do I look fat in this?" And they insert the word "like" into so many sentences that other elves start slapping them, and for no apparent reason, occasionally call out the name Edward Cullen. The book is full of awesome things. Now I finally have the sequel / companion novel, My Unfair Godmother, and I'm so stupidly excited about this. And then this is another one that at the very least Lindy really, really wants me to loan her. And then I was looking it up and getting this one, and I found out there's a third one that came out last year, and so now I have another book on my list that I have to get. So there you have it. Those are the books that I've gotten recently. If there are any of those books that you read and liked and think that I should start on those first, because goodness knows I have bookcases of TBR, then let me know in the comments down below what you think I should start with. If there's any that you think are better than others, let us know down below, and we will see you soon. I've got links to all of the T-Rex Reads social media. You can find us on Instagram and on our blog and on Twitter, and where you can find me individually as well. And I hope to see y'all later. Peace.